So church history in Italy, one main name that you might know, or everyone will know, is Lorenzo Snow. Was the first one in there. He converted a Valdesi family, which is one of the religions there. That's actually super similar to what we believe in. And they have a couple cathedrals in Italy. They're not as popular anymore, but and so Lorenzo Snow's there. If you ever serve in the city of Torino, you can actually take a day hike up to the mountain where he dedicated it's called Mount Brigham, actually. Yeah, where it's dedicated. He dedicated Italy for proselyting, which came quite a bit afterwards, though. As far as other big facts, the church in Italy is actually growing a lot. When my 2 years there, we doubled the baptisms. We broke records as far as people converting. They're really being receptive to it. And the cool thing about Italians is that since they're really social, a lot of the times they don't really mind telling their friends. You just have to bug them a lot about it. It's just they get so caught up with other things that they just forget. So that's probably what. But they just created, I think, 2 more steaks, which is really awesome. You have the Florence steak that was created, and another steak in Milan. And most of the groups now are wards. But you will serve in branches, and you will probably have the opportunity to either be a branch president, if you're an elder, or also baptize in the ocean, because not everyone has baptismal fonts. So that's a really unique experience as well. As far as other little things about Italy, you will hear dialects, especially if the further south you get into the mission. Of course, in the Rome mission, but in the Milan. In Florence, you'll hear the Florentine accent and dialects. They're really big on their own vocabulary, so you'll end up learning new words and new ways to say things in every area you go. I got to serve in many cities, so I got to pick up a lot of different kinds of dialects, and so that's something cool. You'll also learn about the main dish as far as food in each one of these regions. They're really proud of it. There's this one thing that just keeps on coming up everywhere. And in every area that you serve, that's just similar to that just one place. Every time you haven't been, everything else could change, but you'll have that one thing that's always there for the most part. The Rome Temple, it's taken a long time because Italians, I guess that's something else. I don't know, this might come under a culture question, but they take their time when they work. There's no rush at all. In fact, I think they only work like 4 to 5 hours a day, and the rest they have to take off or it's just bad. They get cranky. But yeah, you have the Rome Temple, and as far as the church goes, there's some strong members. I guess the one really cool thing, though, this is probably the thing that impressed me the most. Italians, once they grab a testimony or they have a testimony, since they're so stubborn of people, they don't let that go, which is really nice. Italians are harder to baptize, to help them develop their testimonies, mostly because they're so critical and like they pick at everything. But if you're able to help them realize what the Spirit's trying to tell them, they're the best. They're the anchors of everything. You will baptize a lot of foreigners that come into the country. But as far as like if you're able to get those Italians, those are rock solid members that usually carry so much weight, but that they're willing to do it. So that's really cool about it, as far as like the quality of members that you have in Italy. So